Yo, welcome back for the very first time. I guess welcome back to Pavy Daily Takes. But for the first time, you are seeing Pavy Daily Takes in stunning. Excuse me, sorry, I know I'm moving the camera. Shouldn't do that while I'm recording, but in stunning 4K quality. So shout out Des. You're seeing Pavy Daily Takes in stunning 4K quality. I think this is a watershed moment for the Pavy Daily Takes show for all of y'all who have been following Pavy Daily Takes for the past really 3 years now. Actually, I've been doing this for a little while. Just my daily thoughts, and today we are talking about Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard has actually been on an incredible tear this whole season. I think people kind of forgot it. Because for one, the Blazers have been a little bit behind the 8 ball. They've had a lot of injuries. So the Blazers haven't had the season that you kind of expected them to have coming off of going to the conference finals last year. But Dame has been incredible all season. This was Dame's third 60-point game this season. I remember he even had to stretch in I think it was January, where actually I screenshot the graphic last night, where he was the first player to average 45 points and 10 assists over a 6-game span. So I am here to not pose the question, but to tell you that Dame Lillard is having one of the best seasons you've ever seen in the history of basketball from a point guard. He is doing things. Anytime you're in a graphic with Wilt Chamberlain, you're having one of the best seasons of all time. The list of people to score, it's been a lot. Michael Jordan didn't do it. Kobe Bryant didn't do it. James Harden hasn't done it. We can go on and on about the great scorers in the history of basketball that have not scored 63 times in a season, and Dame Lillard is on that list with Wilt Chamberlain. Like I said, anytime you on any type of list with Wilt Chamberlain, you are doing one of the most incredible things that anybody has ever done on a basketball court. Also, the 45 points and 10 assists, for him to be his size, and I think that was a stretch in January that he had to have the responsibility that Dame Lillard has on him every night, especially earlier in the season when everybody was hurt. I don't even think that when basically half of the team was hurt. Zach wasn't there. Rodney had tore his Achilles. I don't think they had yet acquired Trevor Ariza yet either. For him to have a responsibility that he has every day, and to go out there and put up those type of numbers in January, middle of the season, I personally thought it was I think I even was talking about it on Twitter. It was the best stretch you've ever seen from a point guard, at least in the past 30 years. And it was. Like, this season that Dame's having is special. He's basically averaging 30 points. He's at 28.9, and he's averaging 8 assists. And he's doing all this on splits of shooting 46% from the field, 39.7% from three. So he's almost at 40% from the three-point line while taking 10 threes a night. And he's shooting 88% from the free throw line. If you true shooting percentage his true shooting percentage is, let me see if I can find it, 62%. 62% for him to be using the volume that he's using. And also, he's only averaging 3 turnovers a game. So for him to have the responsibility, and his usage rate is what right now? His usage rate is, if I could find it real quick, his usage rate is 30.5, which is actually not the highest of his career. The highest of his career is actually 31.5, which was in 2016, 2017. But that's also why I'm so impressed with Dame, because the responsibility that Dame has had on him, throughout the past, really since LaMarcus left. I think arguably outside of James Harden, and you could even argue with Harden. You could even argue with Harden, actually, because Harden did have Chris Paul come over, and this year he had Russell Westbrook. Outside of James Harden, I don't think there's any single one player who's had more responsibility placed on his shoulders over the past 4 or 5 years than Dame Lillard has. And I just think I think it's Dame's time now. I think, hopefully, I'll be looking very forward to the play-in game. I think that the game yesterday was even on deeper than the basketball level, to me, it was inspirational. To see a guy go out there and literally will his team to victory. Like, it looked like at points in times in that game when, Dame was playing against half of the Blazers and the Mavericks. And you saw the report came out that says CJ is playing with a fracture in his back. But Dame has a lot on his shoulders. But I think the Blazers are a very scary team. I don't think anybody wants to play the Blazers if the Blazers can finish this thing off and get to the playoffs. Again, I think Dame is in the process of having one of the most incredible seasons you've ever seen. Again, when you read from a point guard, when you read the numbers that I just read, like I said, he's averaging basically 30 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, giving you a steal, 3 turnovers, only 3 turnovers, especially with the volume that he's being, the load that he's carrying and how much he's being asked to handle the ball, playing 37 minutes a night. And again, the thing that gets me is the efficiency. He's shooting the best of his career from anywhere on the court. He's shooting the best of his career while putting up the most points of his career. And again, he's in a graphic with Wilt Chamberlain. Anytime you are in any graphic with Wilt Chamberlain, it is legendary. People just don't pop up in graphics with Wilt Chamberlain. Michael Jordan ain't even in that many graphics with Wilt Chamberlain. And Dame Lillard is on the list with Wilt Chamberlain. Anytime you did anything in the season and you on the list with Wilt Chamberlain, you are having one of the most incredible seasons any human being has ever seen. Period. So I know, people want to, Steph did this, Steph did that. And that's just for the, the people, because I tweeted yesterday and then everybody was like, Steph. First of all, both things can be true. When Steph was 30 points a game at 50-40-90, that's one of the most incredible seasons that you've ever seen. You've never seen anybody do that, especially score that many points with that level of efficiency. You also damn near ain't seen a player do this. You haven't seen a player do this because he grabs with Wilt Chamberlain. And that's the only person he in it with. He's the first player again over a 6 game span this season to average 45 and 10. I'm not sure what their record was over that stretch. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm not about to go back and look. But the fact of the matter, when everybody is hurt and you go out there and average 45 and 10, that's pretty damn impressive to me. And again, like I said, I don't think anybody wants to play the Blazers in the playoffs. Like, you have a Dame Lillard, who I think right now it's fair to say he's the best point guard in the NBA. And if you want to say he's top 5 in the league right now, I will listen. I don't think he is. But if you want to say he's top 5 in the league right now, he damn sure has a case for being top 5 in the league right now. And I think hands down, he is the best point guard in the NBA right now. I think the only person that, could step up and have something to say about that is Steph Curry. And Steph Curry has been sidelined for most of the season, so he's not relevant to this conversation right now. But again, like I said, I don't want to make these too long. I just wanted to come out here and raise the point that I think Dame Lillard, like I said, is having one of the best seasons by any point guard ever. And you don't want to play this Blazers team in the playoffs, man. If they get in, I really think I think Dame had it set in his mind. He finally got a guy with him in Melo. He finally got a real road dog in him. I think. No matter what, I think Melo is a gamer. I think Melo will show up when it counts. I mean, you even see in like a lot of these games, Dame making shots down the stretch, but also the ball getting kicked out to Melo and he ain't missing. Even in the Rockets game, he kind of hit the clincher. Even in the Mavericks game yesterday, he hit a big shot, down the stretch, a big 3 to tie the game back up and keep when they were going back and forth. Melo is a gamer. I love CJ. I think CJ is dope. But when you talking about Carmelo Anthony, one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history and one of the biggest gamers I think that I've seen, rocking with Dame. I like this Blazers team, man. And like I said, you don't want to play these guys. Like, schematically wise, I think some teams could, match up with them maybe. I don't think the Lakers match up well with them, to be honest with you. I know Lakers fans are, they're struggling against all these teams. They struggling against the Mavericks. They struggling against, the Clippers. They lost to the Clippers bench. The Lakers needed a 3-pointer by Kyle Kuzma to beat the Nuggets G League team. So let's hold on now. The Lakers been struggling against some teams they shouldn't be struggling against either. So you just want to throw that out there. But again, this Blazers team, man, you don't want to play him. And with the Dame and with the look that Dame has in his eyes right now, he seems like a man on a mission. He's 29 years old at this point. He's not getting no younger. He'll be 30. I personally think like 28 to about 31 to me personally is when you're in the prime of your is when you're in your basketball prime. I think you still have some of your athleticism left that you had in your early 20s, and now you're mixing that in with basketball savvy and basketball experience and also life experience. Like, you're almost 30 years old. You're a whole ass grown man at this point. And I think it's just time for Dame, I think it's just time. And again, this is not a team that I would want to play, that I'll be lining up to play in the playoffs. It's not the Portland Trail Blazers. So yeah, like I said, I think Dame Lillard is having one of the best seasons you've ever seen from a point guard, and you do not at all want to play the Blazers in these playoffs. And I dropped a new project. I just felt like rapping too. Make sure you guys go get that. And man, Pavy Daily Takes. We back in the 4K with the crispy camera. This is what you can expect from now on. And talk to you guys later. Pavy Daily Takes. Subtle flex, subtle flex, subtle flex, subtle flex.